Hey friends, this is Marilyn from tarotclarity.com, and I'm so excited. A package came in the mail from Artisan Tarot not 10 minutes ago. I'm thrilled. They sent me two decks for review. One of the decks, I regrettably was unable to attend the online reveal that they had not too long ago, I guess a weekend ago or so. I have a lot on my plate, so I wasn't able to do it. I have a sister recovering from traumatic brain injury here, and I also am babysitting my grandson. Today was the first day, so we've been kind of busy. Never too busy to review a deck. Anyway, let me flip the camera and we'll get started. As always, when the folks over at Artisan Tarot send things, they usually send extras. We have a postcard with other decks, and gosh, looks like there's a few postcards in here. Hold on. Very nice. So these appear to be two postcards from this deck that I'll be reviewing here. Very nice. The thing about these postcards is that they're too nice to send. I just like keeping them myself. I'll probably frame them and put them up on my wall with other tarot-related art. Very nice. Okay, the decks, I'll do one deck today. I will do this deck, the Alejandro R. Rozan, or Rozan. I think if he's Spanish from Spain, I think the Z would be like a TH, so it'll be Alejandro Rozan, the Rider Marseille tarot deck. Now, in recent weeks, I've done a number of hybrid decks. Where they have hints of TDM and they have hints of Rider Waite Smith. And so this is one of those kind of decks. So let's give it a shot and see what we think here. Oh wow, they're numbered. So I got 453 out of 1,000. Not too bad. The Rider Marseille Tarot is a 78-card deck that harmoniously unites the Rider Waite Smith Tarot and Tarot of Marseille traditions. This artwork bridges two iconic eras of tarot symbolism, providing meaningful images that will delight, inspire, and empower readers of all skill levels. And it has a seal. Now, from what William has told me, you can peel the seal off without damaging it, which is what I'm going to do, because this doesn't tuck in at the bottom, so I'll have to remove the seal. Good job. And as always with Artisan, their design of their boxes is always very nice. Always lovely. Look inside, look at that. Thank you for your purchase. May these cards inspire your reading. Visit our website to see our other decks, books, courses, and accessories. Plus, join our newsletter to learn how to interpret these cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the Fool. So I have a feeling that the cards of the higher order, or the trump cards or the triumph cards, will probably, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm guessing it'll probably be more in keeping with TDM. But then here we have definitely a nod to Rider Waite Smith, because we don't have the accoutrements of a, you know, a Bogato, or, you know, someone who's a con artist, or not a con artist, but a trickster, a sleight of hand trickster, right? So we have here more of a magician in the tradition of Rider Waite Smith. But the art style, the art style is reminiscent of woodblocks. Oh, definitely more reminiscent of Rider Waite Smith here. Plus we have the occultist name rather than the female pope, and a reference to Torah. So in the Triumph cards, I'm mistaken. I saw the first one and I thought, oh, I bet it looks more like TDM for the Triumph cards, but I think it's more Rider Waite Smith for the Triumph cards. Beautiful. Okay, so we have 8 for strength rather than for justice. Look at that. That's lovely. The appearance of a foot in the water. It appears to be an 18, unless, because you see, evidence of aging, right? The aging, it's possible that they were mimicking on some rare occasions when the number doesn't completely print, right? Or the letter doesn't completely print or something. So that's what that looks like here. 18. So for the Triumph cards, it's definitely a nod to Rider Waite Smith. Look at the backs. Aren't they beautiful? The roses and lily backs. Very pretty. So I think if you are a Rider Waite Smith reader, you will lose nothing with this deck so far. I mean, this deck definitely seems to read like a Rider Waite Smith. The nod to TDM would be, I guess, in the pips, whereby we have, the more TDM style pips. But the action or the activity in the illustration is all Rider Waite Smith. Oh, that's interesting. I like how they did that. The color is just lovely. The color is beautiful. The application of color is just lovely, really, really nicely done. And I like, how it's offset in some spots to mimic, the aged condition of many, old historic decks. Like that. That's kind of short. I like how they did that. But for sure, don't be intimidated by this deck if you're a Rider Waite Smith reader by thinking that you won't be able to read it, because I think it totally reads like Rider Waite Smith. The nod to Marseille is not so much in how it would be read, I don't think, but in how it looks, because the figures and the costumes and certainly the suits themselves are in the tradition of the historic decks. I have an overhead light on because it's evening now. I have my grandson here all day and my sister's here too. So I've been, I haven't been able to do anything all day for myself. And it just arrived shortly before I started this video. So I have to have the overhead light, but given the fact that there's an overhead light, there's really not very much glare, which is really nice. Because sometimes when I come in here at night, I try not to come in here at night because the glare is too much. And it's really not with these cards. They diffuse the light very nicely. And I think you can probably see, in keeping with Artisan Tarot quality, you can see that it's a very nice linen finish, front and back. Wow, that's interesting. So I was guessing that the Triumph cards would have been more in the tradition of TDM and that the pips would be more in the tradition of Rider Waite Smith. Whereas it turns out that the Triumph cards, or the Trump cards, are more in the tradition of Rider Waite Smith, as are the pips, but you definitely see TDM being referenced in the pip cards. So how would you read it? I think, like I've discussed many times with the hybrid decks, once there's an image, it's hard to ignore the image, right? So once you see the image, it becomes hard to see this as like a Seven of Swords rather than somebody doing something on the sneaky side, right? But it's a beautiful art style. It's a real nice art style. And it's different. They went with the pentacles rather than with coin. And you see, you know, how the paper, you know, has an aged look to it. So it's well done. Kudos. So if you're looking for a Rider Waite Smith deck that's a little different, you know, has a nod to the old school tarot, I think you'll love it. I think you'll love this deck. If you're looking for strictly Tarot of Marseille and to read a deck, but you know, like you would Tarot of Marseille, I'm not sure that I could say that that's how it would read, you know. And a little extra card of Miss Pamela Coleman Smith. So Rozan hand drew and then digitally colored each card to emulate woodblock printing and stencil coloring techniques. This deck features imagery from the Rider Waite Smith Tarot designed by Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite, combined with historical influences from the 17th century Tarot of Marseille. So that's exactly what it delivers, exactly what they say. So there you have it. And I know a lot of you would be interested to know how it shuffles, so let's give it a shuffle. Oh, wow. You hear that? That sounds real nice. The corners are slightly rounded. They're not square corners. Oh, wow, yeah. That's a nice shuffle. For those of you who love to shuffle, I like to shuffle. I shuffle either way. I do overhand, and I also do riffle. I think mathematically, if you riffle shuffle a deck of 78 cards 10 and a half times, say 11, you'll get a thorough shuffling. A deck of 52 cards, you need to shuffle it 7 times. And when you overhand shuffle, you have to do it about 4,000 times. So the riffle shuffling is, you know, being able to riffle shuffle a deck is a nice feature, especially if you're doing several readings in a day and in succession. You want to be able to quickly mix up the cards. So I think you got an idea how nicely this shuffles. Oh, my lights just dimmed. I went back on. So let's just do a quick read for 3 cards. I'll think of something and I'll come right back. I think I know what I'm going to do a reading on. I have a special project in my mind. And I finally figured out what it is that I'm going to do as a special project. And I'd like the card's advice. Tell me, tell me what I should look out for. I'm only going to do three cards, and I'm not going to go into my contemplative, meditative place. I'm just going to do it now. Okay, decisions. It's going to cost some money probably. I have to invest something. Wow, 2 2s, flanking a 6 of coins. So 6 is a perfect number, so it's very encouraging, and it's the suit of money, where I see it as the suit of money. So I think that means, maybe I do have to invest some money, but I also think it might be lucrative. That's what I think. And the pair of 2s on either side is just to do it. Sometimes making the decision to do something is the hardest part. And I finally have a good idea. And I'm not telling anybody until I get started, until I'm just about finished, actually. But I'm going to have to weigh my time because I'm really spread thin lately. I'm spread very thin at the moment. But I'm still doing it on my free time. Okay, so if we had a 10 and two 2s, that would be a 4 and 6 would be 10. So that would be the Wheel of Fortune. So I probably don't have to, well, I'll pull it anyway. Just be a nice time to just look at the deck one more time. Of course, it's going to be the last card, right? Watch. I should just go to the last card and see if it's the last card. All right, so there's the wheel. So as the quintessential card, the Wheel of Fortune suggests, fortune, maybe my luck will change. I'll have a good idea that'll actually get off the ground. It looks like it'll be lucrative. The hardest part sometimes is just deciding to do something and to commit yourself. You play with the idea in your head long enough and you never get around to doing it, and I'm going to do it. And maybe my luck will change for the better. My luck is pretty good. I can't complain about the condition of my life. The condition of my life is excellent. But as regard this one aspect of my life could use improvement. And so I think that's what this card suggests, that in this aspect, which is what I'm asking about, there will be a change for the better. I just have to commit myself to do it, but it will be lucrative. And I have faith in it. I think it's going to be a great thing. I'll keep you posted. Until next time, friends, peace and stay well. And please do me the favor, if you like my videos, of liking my videos, give them a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd appreciate that if you would do that for me. Okay, now what will be either tomorrow or the next day's video? I love it when I get sent cards because it gives me material for videos. This will be the Pie of Panda I Ching Oracle deck. I believe this is from Z Manzilla. Let me see. Artisan Tarot. Well, it doesn't say on the outside. But I can't wait. I can't wait to look at this. Yes, the Pie of Panda, Z Manzilla, presents a fresh new take on the ancient divination art of I Ching with 32 cards that reveal thousands of possible paths. Beginners and veterans alike can enjoy these cards in both traditional and modern I Ching practices. Learn and embrace the Pie of Panda. Well, I am really looking forward to opening this deck up, so we'll do this one next. Until next time, friends, peace and stay well.